Welcome Tech Brothers Damir. In this video we are going to learn how to get the size of tables and files in Microsoft Fabric. So here is my Lakehouse, and if you go right here, workspaces, and in the workspace you have sales workspace, and then in the sales workspace we have Lakehouses, and I'm going to show you right here. So you go to this main folders here that I have created, and one of them is the Lakehouse. Under the Lakehouse folder I have created different Lakehouses. So one of them is called TechBrothers Lakehouse, and once I click right there, you can see there are some tables I have, and then I have some files. So let me show you the tables first, and then okay, we have 5 tables here, then we have files here. You can see all of them, and here is my staging folder, subfolder under the files. And here is my Synapse container. That is the shortcut I have created. But I'm only interested to get the size of all these files which are under files tab, and which are under tables tab. So delta tables right here, and then the file size here. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and open the notebook here, and that's what we will be using to get the size of tables and size of files. So very first of all, what we want to do, you say describe detail, and then the name of the table. That give you a lot of information. So here in this cell, once I'm writing this to the data frame, and then I'm displaying the data frame. So output of a describe detail is going to be saved into data frame, and then we are going to take a look on all those different information that it will get to us. Here is the output of our describe detail customer underscore CSV, and you can see that it tells you the delta format of the table, then it tells you the ID, it tells you the name of it, and then you can see right here. So you have Spark catalog.tech brothers Lakehouse, and then the table name. Then it will show you a lot of information such as description if you have location, and in the location we have the table name and everything as well. So you can see right there you have tables, and under tables you have customer CSV, and here is created at, last modified, and partition column if there is any available, but there are other number of files. You have size in bytes, so there is a lot of information you can see about that table. Now our goal is to not just get the information of one table, but get the information for all the tables. So in this step one, list all the tables in the current Lakehouse, and this retrieves all table register in the Spark catalog delta table in the Fabric. So we say tables equal to spark.catalog list tables. So that's going to get us all the tables in this variable. Now once we have that, we can go ahead and execute, and from there we can loop through all of them and get the size. So let me show you right there once we have the output. And you can see there is a tons of information. You have table name right here, and then you have catalog, Spark catalog, then you have namespace and other information as well. So that's what we are going to do. We are going to go ahead and loop it through, and then get once we have the table name, we'll be using a describe extended, and then we'll be using location column out of that. I don't want to go across all of the line by line code here, but this code will get you the total size of the table. And here once we loop through those list of tables, here are tables. We create a variable here for table, and then once we get the name of the table, and then we are going to try it. And here is my data frame that is saving the describe extended output for that specific table, and then we further get the row location, then we get the table path, we get the file in data frame files, then we get the size in bytes, then size in MB. So all these calculations are done here. And once that's done, we have table size dot append, and then we keep appending for each of the table, and at the end what we do, we will display that table size table here, and that's what we will get the size in MB, and then we get the other information. So there are two things we need to get: a table name and a size in MB. So finally from the table size right here, that we will keep appending all the list information in that variable, then we finally get that information from there. Okay, let's execute this cell, and this is going to get us all the information. So we are going to get the table name and size in MB. and I will put this code in the description, so you can just copy paste and run it, and it should give you the size of each table in your Lakehouse. So here's my customer JSON, that's a 0.02 MB. Then you have customer sample, customer DW, then all those they're very small tables, so there is not a huge size of these tables, but you got the idea. You can always go ahead and convert to the MB, and you can do KB or you can do GB, whatever the calculation you want to do. You can always come here and divide, so you have size in byte, and then you will just change your formula according to whatever you need. If you want to do GB, then you can probably divide it more, and then that's how it will work for you. Now we have received the data table size, and the next is getting the size of these files. So under the files tab, we want to get the size of files. So here is my Lakehouse path, and I said file and then a backslash here. So I want to go get the size on all the files, and here all files spark.read format, and then what we are going to do is we are saying load Lakehouse path asterisk asterisk. So get everything in this folder or subfolders as well. And once we have our file size, df data frame, all the files, select path and alias file path, and then we have the length and then the size in KB. So this is going to save in this data frame, and then we further go here and say display the size in the KB right there. Okay, and now we want to go further ahead and do one more thing. We want to convert this all the size, and finally we want to show in the GB. So that's calculation is already there as well. So let me execute this, and what's going to happen is going to get us a size of each file, and then finally it's going to get us the size in the GB. So see right there we have these files here, right there. You have file staging and customer JSON 1.7 MKB, and then you have files customer. So it went actually under the subfolders as well and got you all the size in the KB. I put in KB because for me this file size were very small, so if I do convert to the MB and GB and all that, that looks that's not coming right, very 0.000 something. So you have a total Lakehouse size 6.92 KB, and or you can say 0.01 MB approximate, and then you have a 0.00 GB. So if you have large size, you're going to see the more real numbers here, but my size is so small, like it's not really coming up in a correct way. The values are correct, they just like it doesn't make hey, most of the time when we say Lakehouses, we are going to be like, oh, 20 GB 30 GB this and that, So this is I will put this script in the description, and you can copy and paste and run that, and this is how you will get the size of your Lakehouse, including your delta tables and files. I thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe my channel, and I will see you guys in the next video.